My first Game Boy Advance review! Yay! Metroid Zero Mission, from here on out simply referred to as Zero Mission, was the first game from the Metroid universe to be released on the Nintendo Game Boy Advance portable game system. Released in 2004, Zero Mission is pretty much a remake of the original Metroid from the NES days, nearly 2 decades before. At this point in my gaming history, or even 10 years ago when this game came out, I still prefer this version of the game to the original. Don't be hating. I've never liked the original Metroid. Never really played it back in the 80s, nor in the 90s. The original is just not my thing, and it never has been. Zero Mission, on the other hand, is one of my favorite Metroid games, and ranks right up there under Super Metroid. If anyone, nowadays, were to ask me which game to start with, if they'd never played a Metroid game, I'd suggest this one over Super Metroid. Why? Because even though Super Metroid is still the best one in the franchise, Zero Mission technically is the beginning of the chronology of the series. So to get a better understanding of the Metroid universe, you should start with Zero Mission, then go from there. Enough rambling, let's get to the game. The game takes place on planet Zebes, with the space pirates, controlled by Mother Brain, attempting to replicate a dangerous, energy-draining organism known as a Metroid by exposing them to beta rays and then planning on using them as biological weapons. The Galactic Federation tries to get the Metroids back, but alas, are thwarted. Thus, they contact badass bounty hunter Samus Aran to travel to Zebes and basically have a single person accomplish what an entire Federation couldn't. You land on the planet, and you're off and exploring. The same basic elements that we all love from the majority of Metroid titles are present here. Different laser upgrades, missiles, morph ball, screw attack, space jump, etc. Then, they made the smart move of bringing over the more powerful weapons introduced in Super Metroid, including super missiles and power bombs, which were never in the original NES game, and the Various suit as well. Even though you don't receive it till about 97% of the way through the game, making it basically useless. Oh, and Shine Sparking returns as well as wall jumping, which are both fun to abuse the fuck out of for sequence breaking. All the original areas of the planet have returned as well, but they've been given a serious graphical overhaul, as to be expected. This game looks fantastic. In doing some research, it seems the team at Nintendo reused the game engine from 2002's other GBA Metroid release, Metroid Fusion. The effects, the small details, sprites, everything looks great. On the audio side of things, the music and sound effects also benefit from a large jump in quality from the NES days. The replayability of this game is awesome. I've probably finished the game at least a dozen times, and much like Super Metroid, it's always fun. You land your ship in Crateria much in the same way as Super Metroid, and journey from there. You'll visit the same areas that are included in the original NES version, including Bryn Star and Norfair, as well as Turian. But there's also a new area called Chozodia, which is where the space pirate mothership is located. But we'll get to that a little later. Unlike the original Metroid, however, you're not going to be left in the lone reaches of space with nothing guiding you. During key exploration moments, your map, yes map, will automatically open and direct you to the next important location, but that's it. It won't show you how to get there or if you need a weapon or suit upgrade to get there either. The same joy of exploration is still here though. You run around, killing bugs and other things, and attempt to find out what the hell the space pirates are up to. Considering the boss roster in this game, Kraid and Ridley, of course, are here, although Kraid has been supersized to his Super Metroid stature, and Mother Brain obviously. There are also a few other simpler bosses like the Giant-Eyed Worm, and the Flying Hornet thing, whatever it is. Oh, and Spore Spawn from Super Metroid also makes an appearance as well. They tried to change up the encounter, but we all know it's him, or it, I guess. You make your way around Zebes, and eventually make your way back to Torian to kill the giant ball sack in a jar. Destroy her for the upteenth time, flee through the escape tunnel, and that's pretty much the game. Guess again. Nope. While trying to fly away, Samus gets shot down by the space pirates and crash lands in Chizodia. See? Told you we'd come back to this area. Anyways, now, for whatever reason, you lost all your cool shit and are basically left with just a stun pistol and infinite patience. Or, at least the game expects you to have infinite patience for this part of the game. Okay, it's a new area and a new style of play in the Metroid universe, but fuck me running, is this part of the game fucking annoying. I usually spend at least a third of my total playtime with this game, just in this fucking part. So, the idea here is, you have to sneak into the space pirate mothership and steal one of their ships to escape the planet. Did I mention anytime you're spotted by the space pirates or other security devices, all the doors go to lockdown and you're swarmed by space pirates till you can hide in darkness, or somehow they lose sight of you. Did I mention all you have is a stun pistol this whole time? And this area of the planet is huge. It's almost the same size as Crateria, Norfair, and Brinstar together. Did I mention the space pirate swarms? You make it to the end, and have a simple fight/puzzle thingy to solve to finally get all your shit back. Here's where you also unlock the 3, quote, unknown devices you should have picked up along the way. Now the game gets fun again, as you basically blow the fuck out of everything in your way in order to reach the hangar bay. But just before you think the game is over, again, you have one last event. You get to fight a giant Ridley robot. Yippee! Kick his ass, and all of a sudden he activates his eyeball bomb. Run the hell out and fly off into glory. Yes, now the game is actually done. No, really, this is the ending of the game this time. I promise. Metroid Zero Mission is a fantastic addition to the Metroid series. And even though it's technically a remake, I treat Zero Mission as its own game. It really stands up over the years, as does its grandpa on the SNES. I highly recommend it if you want to play, to me, the definitive version of the original game that started it all. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, go check it out. Don't forget to check out my Twitch account for live shoot-'em-up action, my real-time playthrough videos, MAME Mondays, and other fun gaming videos as well.